This is an emergency. The identity of the one who tried to harm you has just been revealed. Heaven has spoken your name. Your soul was under silent attack. Right now, Archangel Michael is standing right beside you. He asks only one thing. Give him just 2 minutes. And open this message immediately. Something is moving. A door you thought was locked is about to swing wide open. But only if you stay. This is not just a message. This is the moment your destiny changes. Stay close. Because tonight, your divine breakthrough will be released. And you will not walk alone anymore. There's a reason this message didn't reach you yesterday. There's a reason it couldn't wait until tomorrow. Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, his presence burning through the veil that separates your physical world from the spiritual one. His sword, gleaming with divine fire, is raised not in battle this time, but in protection, for you. Yes, you. Your name has been whispered in the angelic realms, echoed across the divine corridors where prayers turn into miracles. And something powerful, something that was once delayed, blocked, or buried by doubt, is finally being released tonight. But hey race, what you must understand, this is not a general message. This is not random. This message found you because it was meant for you. Michael has been watching the heavy silence you've carried, the unspoken prayers, the nights of confusion, the days of invisible burdens. And just when you thought nothing was moving, the heavens were preparing the shift. He is urging you, pleading in angelic intensity, to not walk away from this message unread. If your heart is beating faster right now, it's not coincidence. It's confirmation. Your soul already knows this is real. He knows about the person who questioned your worth. He saw the moment someone tried to manipulate your destiny. He heard the whisper of betrayal, the silent curse sent to block your path. But now, Michael steps forward. Not as a passive observer, but as the defender of your timeline. He is here with divine orders from the throne to activate your breakthrough. But there's a condition. You must honor this moment. You must pause everything else and give him just 2 minutes of your attention. That's all he asks. Because in these 2 minutes, what's been broken can begin to restore. What was hidden will begin to be revealed. What was stolen can start returning. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you gave your full attention to a divine warning? Not a social post. Not a voice in the crowd. But a sacred call from a realm beyond sight? This is that call. And if you respond now, right now, Michael says, a message will unlock that changes the course of your spiritual path. A miracle that was delayed by dark forces has now been approved. And if you open this message fully before midnight tonight, he promises, you will receive the great news. No more delay. No more spiritual confusion. No more waiting for someone else to give you permission. Your soul is ready. Your path is ready. And most of all, your angels are ready. So before we move into the next divine segment, take a moment. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes if you must. Because what you're about to hear isn't ordinary. It's heaven's response to your private prayers. Let the message open you. Let the urgency awaken you. Listen closely now. Because the very reason you're hearing this message at this exact moment is no accident. There's been a shift in the unseen realm around you. Something profound. Something divine. And unless you're deeply aware, you might have brushed it off as a fleeting thought, a passing chill, or a restless night. But Archangel Michael has been gently signaling you. Preparing your soul for this moment. Have you felt the tension rising in your chest for no reason lately? Have your dreams become more vivid, almost otherworldly? Have electronics around you flickered, or have you seen 111, 333, or 444 more than once? These are not just numbers. These are synchronistic keys, whispers from Archangel Michael letting you know that a divine energy is now hovering around your field. A moment of divine breakthrough is being orchestrated for your life. But only if you open this message completely and allow your spirit to receive. Just last night, a woman from Nevada heard this same message. She almost scrolled past. But something, her gut, her spirit, made her stop and listen. Within 24 hours, the estranged son she hadn't heard from in years called her. Coincidence? Or divine orchestration? You are not watching this by mistake. Archangel Michael is standing beside you, right now. And he wants you to know this. The energy around your life has changed. I am intervening. I am dissolving what tried to destroy you. This is not an illusion. Your timeline is bending. The forces that tried to delay your peace, your money, your love, your breakthrough, they are being exposed and expelled. But if you ignore this shift, if you silence the whisper in your heart telling you that something greater is speaking to you, then the miracle waiting for you tonight, it may pass you by and fall into spiritual delay again. Take a breath now. Close your eyes. Feel the warmth on the right side of your face. That's not just heat. That is the etheric presence of Archangel Michael standing guard over your life. He says, you were not meant to be lost in this storm forever. I am shifting it. Right now. Just give me your trust. For 2 minutes. Open the rest of this message. And watch what I do tonight. There is something Archangel Michael wants you to finally understand. The miracle you've been praying for. The breakthrough, the shift, the healing, it was already prepared in the higher realms long ago. But it was blocked. Not denied. Not erased. Just blocked. The spiritual realm is governed by energy. Every thought you've had, every fear you've buried, every trauma you've refused to heal, all of it becomes energetic residue. And whether you realize it or not, something in your field, a deep spiritual wound, a generational curse, or even someone you unknowingly trusted, acted as a gatekeeper to your miracle. Michael saw it. And that's why he waited. Because bringing your blessing to you while your heart was still bleeding, while your trust was still broken, while your spirit was still under attack, would have shattered you. You weren't ready. Until now. Let this next line settle into your bones. The miracle you thought was lost was simply waiting for you to evolve into someone powerful enough to carry it. Now that evolution has arrived. Michael has waited for this version of you. The version of you who has endured the storm and still chooses light. The version who's been betrayed and still chooses truth. The version who's been overlooked, underestimated, and nearly crushed, and yet, here you are. That's why the angelic gate is open now. A divine release is happening. Right now, the heavens are shifting files in your favor. Your name, yes, your full spiritual name, is being whispered in angelic realms. And the blessing that was once paused is now being reassigned to you. Michael is declaring this. I withheld this gift not to punish you, but to protect it. Because what I am about to hand you now, nothing will ever take it away again. I have bound the enemy. I have cleared your sky. I am standing over your next chapter. But there's something else you must understand. You must now align yourself with this miracle. You must consciously say yes to what is being poured out. Because energy follows agreement. If your soul doesn't agree to receive, heaven will not override your will. So right now, pause. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And say this out loud. I receive the miracle that was once delayed. I say yes to what heaven has prepared. I welcome Archangel Michael's protection. And I walk into the next chapter. Without fear. Something just broke. Something just lifted. Archangel Michael is moving. And so must you. Archangel Michael is not distant. He is not a figure from ancient stories who once defended prophets and now watches from afar. No, he is here. Standing beside you in this moment, yes, even as you listen to this message, his wings are extended not just to protect, but to activate the dormant miracles around your life. You might feel a tingle in your spine or a strange warmth over your shoulders. That is not your imagination. That is his energy anchoring itself to your soul. Why now? Because something critical in the spiritual realm has shifted. A specific block that has held your blessings hostage, perhaps a delay in finances, a repeated betrayal, or a mysterious loss of motivation, has been lifted. But here's what you must know, blessings released are not automatically claimed. They need to be received with awareness. They must be acknowledged in faith. And Archangel Michael is guiding you to do just that, right now. He whispers, speak aloud your readiness. Say, I receive my divine breakthrough. I open myself to the miracle that is mine. Your words matter. Your energy matters. Your alignment matters. You don't need complicated rituals. You don't need to travel to a temple or seek approval from anyone. What you need is 2 minutes of truth, where your spirit meets heaven's will. And this video, this very moment, is that sacred gate. Pause here. Take a breath. Now, let me walk you into what Archangel Michael revealed about your divine pattern. This part may send chills down your spine, because it's something you felt but couldn't explain. Archangel Michael wants you to know something profound, something you may have sensed in your soul but struggled to put into words. There has never been a single moment in your life that was wasted. Every delay, every detour, even the heartbreaks and the betrayals, they were all part of a divine pattern. You were never off track. You were being refined. He reveals now, you were being prepared for the moment when heaven's timeline would meet yours. And beloved, that moment is right now. You may be wondering why everything in your life felt like it was almost, but not quite, almost successful, almost loved, almost stable. It's because your spirit was walking through the narrow corridor of refinement, as Archangel Michael calls it. A place where souls are strengthened, awakened, and aligned before they are entrusted with divine power. The people who walked away from you, they were released for your protection. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers, they were rerouted for your elevation. The confusion, the delay, the silence. All part of a pattern that leads to this miraculous alignment. He shows you an image now, a spiral staircase made of light, swirling upwards, with each step glowing brighter than the last. You are standing at the base, and he stands beside you, sword in one hand, his other hand extended to you. You are not walking into the unknown, you are rising into your ordained breakthrough. And here's the deeper revelation, you were chosen for this moment not because of perfection, but because of your resilience. Where others gave up, you held on. Where others cursed the darkness, you whispered prayers. Even when your faith was threadbare, your soul kept reaching. Archangel Michael confirms, heaven noticed. This divine pattern was hidden so you would not interfere with it, but now that the breakthrough is close, your awareness is being awakened. This is why the same numbers repeat for you, why you keep seeing signs, hearing names, or dreaming strange symbols. It is heaven's way of saying, pay attention, you are being summoned. At this point, many people unconsciously close the door. They distract themselves. They doubt. They scroll past divine timing. But not you. Because you opened this message. You gave Archangel Michael 2 minutes. And now, your name is echoing in the angelic realms. If you're still here, it's because something inside you knows the truth of this moment. Your energy has aligned with a frequency you've never accessed before. And the spiritual world is responding. Breathe in deeply. Feel that? That's your soul remembering its mission. Archangel Michael is now stepping forward with direct instructions, urgent, simple, and sacred. He says, the next 24 hours are not ordinary. They are infused with divine voltage. You must align with the energy that is pouring into your life. Heaven is watching how you respond. This is not about rituals or perfection. It's about awareness, obedience, and intention. These next 24 hours are a test, not of your worthiness, but of your readiness. Here are the instructions, as revealed by Archangel Michael. Before your feet touch the floor tomorrow morning, say these words. I receive the light heaven is sending me now. I accept divine intervention. I step into my purpose. You don't have to shout it. Whisper it, even silently, but mean it. This one act sends a signal to the angelic realm that you are ready. Take 5 minutes and write down what you are ready to release, toxic thoughts, patterns, people, or pain. You don't need to figure out how to release them. Just write. Archangel Michael will handle the rest. He says, heaven responds to clarity. He instructs you to drink a full glass of water, mindfully. Before drinking, hold the glass and say, this water is blessed. It cleanses me of what no longer serves and prepares me to receive. Your body is the temple. Activate it with divine hydration. Each breath, say in your mind. First breath, I am protected. Second breath, I am seen. Third breath, I am ready. This connects your physical body with your soul and opens your spiritual gates. For 24 hours, Archangel Michael instructs that you speak only what you wish to see manifest. He warns, words are swords. You can either cut down your future or carve a path toward it. Be intentional. Even if fear whispers, do not give it power through your voice. If you can, light a candle at sunset and say, I call in divine timing, divine alignment, and divine protection. If you can't light a candle, simply place your right hand on your heart and say it inwardly. It will be heard. Before you sleep, be silent for just 60 seconds. No prayer. No thoughts. Just stillness. Archangel Michael says this is when divine codes are deposited into your subconscious. And then he adds this, with deep emotion. If you follow this, even imperfectly, something will shift in your life within 3 days. And by the 7th day, you will see what was hidden, and receive what was delayed. Your obedience in these next 24 hours is a declaration that you are ready to receive what was written for you before time began. This is not a game. This is not a maybe. This is your moment. Have you ever wondered what could change in your life? If you just surrendered for 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes. To stand still. To open your heart. And allow something greater to take over? A woman in Texas had lost all hope. Her business had crumbled. Her family barely spoke to her. And one night, scrolling through her phone, she saw a video, a message. just like the one you're hearing now. It said, Archangel Michael is standing beside you. Open this message immediately. And though she didn't believe at first, something pulled her in. She gave him 2 minutes. The very next day, she received a phone call. A forgotten investor who once turned her down wanted to talk again. Not only did they restart her business, they doubled her original vision. But that wasn't all. That same week, her estranged sister, who hadn't spoken to her in 5 years, reached out unexpectedly, sobbing, saying, I don't know why, but I suddenly felt like I had to call you. Was that a coincidence? No. That's what happens when you say yes. Another young man from India was drowning in guilt and depression. He had no clarity, no money, and no purpose. But in a moment of pain, he whispered out loud, Archangel Michael, I don't know if you're real. But if you are, I need you. That night, he had a dream so vivid, so powerful, that he woke up in tears. A golden light had wrapped around his body in that dream. A sword, like blue lightning, had slashed through the darkness around him. And when he opened his eyes, something had shifted. His anxiety stopped. His path cleared. And within a month, he had found a job, one that aligned with his soul. These aren't stories from books. These are miracles. Real miracles. That unfold when you give 2 minutes to faith. And say, yes, I open this message. Yes, I believe you're beside me. You're not here by mistake. And your miracle is waiting to be released. Dove, right now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you need to. Whisper in your heart, Archangel Michael, I say yes. I give you permission to walk with me. Because the moment you do, things begin to move. Plans are rearranged. Souls are softened. The unseen begins to work in your favor. Now pause, and listen again. Can you feel his presence? He is closer than ever. The spiritual realm never begins with fireworks. It begins with whispers. So if you're watching this, and you've been asking for a sign, consider this your confirmation. When Archangel Michael moves on your behalf, the first thing to shift is your awareness. You begin to notice numbers repeating, 1111, 444, 911. These are not coincidences. They are angelic timestamps, showing you that heaven is syncing up with your current moment. You might also start feeling like time is speeding up or slowing down. That's his shield adjusting the flow of events to protect you from danger or delay. And then there's the inner feeling. The moment when, despite all the chaos around you, you begin to feel oddly calm. That stillness? That sudden clarity in your chest, or the goosebumps that rise when you think of your dream life? That's Michael's hand on your shoulder. That's your soul remembering its alignment. You may also start feeling extremely tired, not from exhaustion, but like your soul is undergoing a deep reset. That's because when Archangel Michael enters your auric field, he starts clearing thousands of layers of past debris. Everything you couldn't forgive. All the ancestral pain. All the mental fog, it starts to release. And here's something many overlook. You'll suddenly start seeing people exit your life, those who were never meant to walk into your destiny. Doors may shut. Plans may cancel. Relationships might fade. But don't panic, this is divine surgery. Archangel Michael is not removing your life's foundation. He's pulling out the rot before it infects your future. Do you see how deep this goes? Right now, if you've been sensing these subtle changes. You are not imagining things. You are in the middle of a divine reshaping. It's already begun. And your job is not to control it, your job is to trust it. Because what's coming next will not just change your day. It will change your lifetime. Dove, if your heart feels stirred right now, that's no accident. That's Archangel Michael whispering to you, prepare. In bringing what you've prayed for. There are many prayers whispered to the heavens. But very few vibrate so deeply. That Archangel Michael moves instantly. This is not about perfect words. It's not about long rituals or sacred languages. The most powerful prayers are the ones that come straight from a trembling heart, raw, real, and unfiltered. Yet there is one invocation, carried through generations, hidden in sacred texts, passed down by mystics and prophets, that calls Archangel Michael to your side without delay. And now, I will speak it to you. But first, take a deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. Close your eyes for just a moment. Place your hand on your heart. And allow this moment to become holy. Now listen. Let this ancient prayer stir something ancient inside you. Archangel Michael, defender of light, guardian of truth. I summon you not from fear, but from faith. My soul remembers your sword, the flame that pierces through illusions. I ask you now, step into this moment. Cut away all that was never mine to carry. Shield me from shadows that do not belong to my path. Anchor me in the courage of my divine birthright. Let no curse, no lie, no dark intention hold dominion here. I surrender all battles to your hands. And I rise now. As the light I was born to be. Let those words echo inside you for a moment. Don't just hear them. Feel them. Because Archangel Michael is not summoned through performance, he is summoned through permission. When you speak to him from the deepest truth inside you, he hears you instantly. And now, if chills ran down your spine while you heard this, if your body felt heat, light, or tears unexpectedly welled in your eyes, it means your soul recognized this language. It remembers. Dove, and if you're still with me now, you are one of the few brave souls who were chosen to carry this light forward. Not everyone will understand this message, because not everyone is ready. But you? You're not just watching a video. You're standing at the gates of your breakthrough. Before we enter the next and final sacred space, I want to gently remind you. If these words moved your soul, don't walk this path alone. Subscribe now and stay close to this sanctuary. This channel is not entertainment. It is a spiritual lifeline. Every video is coded with messages meant for your transformation. You were brought here for a reason. Now breathe in again. From the moment you heard that sacred invocation, something began shifting in the spiritual realms. Because when Archangel Michael is called, he doesn't just show up silently. He arrives with a mission. Right now, a divine blueprint is being laid over the next 7 days of your life. And each day will carry one divine assignment. Each day will test you, unlock something in you, or reveal what's been hidden. Let me show you what's unfolding. Dove, Day 1, the stirring. You may feel emotional, suddenly sensitive to things you normally brush off. This isn't weakness, it's the veil lifting. Your soul is beginning to hear again. Dove, Day 2, the interruption. A delay. A miscommunication. A plan falls through. But it's not random. Archangel Michael sometimes pauses what you think is right, to position you for what's actually divine. Dove Day 3, the message. You'll receive a clear sign. It could be a repeated number, a name you haven't heard in years, or a dream that feels too real. Pay attention. This is your angelic breadcrumb, a divine marker pointing your path. Dove Day 4, the challenge. Something will test your resolve. An old wound may resurface. But this is not an attack, it's a spiritual graduation. Face it with your hand in Michael's light. You will not fall. Dove Day 5, the decision. You'll be asked, either by life or by intuition, to make a bold choice. It may feel uncomfortable. But in that choice is your power. Michael stands behind you as you speak your yes or no. Dove Day 6, the release. Suddenly, something you once clung to may feel heavy. An old pattern, toxic tie, or inner fear may fall away effortlessly. Don't resist. This is Michael cutting your chains. Dove Day 7, the arrival. A message. A door. A shift in your body. Something arrives. Whether physical or internal. You'll know. It will feel like peace, clarity, or divine alignment. And that's not all. Because when Archangel Michael initiates a 7-day divine intervention, your name is whispered in realms most never hear. Your path gets rewritten. Protection is assigned to you. And what was once delayed begins to manifest. So do not take this lightly. You are now walking under an open gate of spiritual timing. Erase what you must do next. Dove, keep your awareness open. Dove, rewatch the sacred invocation from earlier anytime you feel lost or disconnected. Dove, and speak this aloud when you rise each morning. Michael, I welcome your divine plan. Let these 7 days reshape me. I will listen. I will follow. I will rise. Because once you give this permission, you will not walk alone. You'll feel nudges. You'll dream vividly. You'll experience moments of divine goosebumps, and that's not fantasy. That's the proof of heaven breaking into your reality. The truth? You are not here by chance. There are tens of thousands watching this very video. But only a handful of chosen souls will feel what you're feeling right now. If this is awakening something in you, don't let it fade. Stay with us. Right now, you are standing at a sacred intersection, the crossroads between fear and faith, between delay and divine timing. And Archangel Michael is not only near, but actively orchestrating the next chapter of your breakthrough. That invisible warmth you might feel right now on your shoulder, that sudden stillness in your surroundings, this is not coincidence. He is showing you that tonight, not tomorrow, not someday, is the destined moment for your shift. This moment is not ordinary, it is a divine alignment written long ago in your soul's scroll. Michael says, I was assigned to your timeline for this exact second. Your thoughts have been under attack. Dark whispers have tried to cloud your vision. You've been questioning your worth, doubting your path, and fearing the silence of heaven. But Michael now pushes back the veil. Your name, he says, has been cleared in the heavens. Someone, somewhere, tried to delay your light. But no force of fear can override your destiny when heaven intervenes. Archangel Michael has now stood up in the spiritual courtroom on your behalf. The gavel has dropped. The verdict is clear. Divine release authorized. Can you feel the shift in your spirit? The invisible chains are snapping. The enemy's plot has failed. And most importantly, the heavens are rejoicing because your soul remembered who walks beside you. Michael speaks again. You are no longer abandoned. You are divinely backed. And tonight, the miracle begins. Dove, take a moment. Breathe. Close your eyes for just 7 seconds. Feel the heat around you. That's not imagination. That's the power of angelic presence. Cross swords, and if you're feeling this message deep in your soul, then don't scroll, stay. Your spirit is aligned for a reason. You've cried over the delays. You've questioned why certain doors slammed shut, especially when you were so sure they were divinely appointed. Jobs lost. Relationships severed. Opportunities that slipped through your fingers at the very last moment. But Archangel Michael now unveils the truth. You were not being punished. You were being protected from premature elevation. Yes, heaven heard every prayer. But some things needed to be delayed, not to deny you, but to refine you. You were not waiting because God forgot you. You were waiting because the enemy knew your next level, and tried to rush you into it without divine armor. Michael shows you a vision, a seed underground, still hidden, not because it's dead, but because the soil was still nourishing it in silence. That seed was you. The delays weren't endings, they were sacred coverings. Behind the scenes, Archangel Michael was fighting battles you weren't even aware of. Battles over your finances. Over your relationships. Over your mental clarity. He was whispering to God on your behalf. Not yet. They need one more layer of healing. One more divine download. Then, when the enemy least expects it, I will release them into a breakthrough that no one can block. And now, that breakthrough is beginning to rise. Slowly. But surely. Silently. But powerfully. You see, the divine realm isn't just reactive, it's strategic. What was delayed was being spiritually designed to be undeniable when it finally came. Because Michael didn't want you to enter the promised land wounded, he wanted you to enter it armed. This is why certain relationships had to collapse. Some people weren't rejecting you, they were removed because they could not go where you're going. If they stayed, they would have sabotaged the blessing. Archangel Michael saw the betrayal you never saw coming, and blocked it before it touched your destiny. And now, he steps beside you with his sword drawn. He whispers into your soul. It's time now. You are strong enough. Anointed enough. Aligned enough. Nothing will delay you again. Fire, feel that? That's not just emotion, it's activation. Archangel Michael now reveals something only heaven could know. A signal is coming. Not loud, not grand, but unmistakably divine. It will seem small to the outside world, but your spirit will tremble with knowing the moment it happens. This is not imagination. It is angelic orchestration. And here is what to watch for. In the coming days, someone will mention your name out of the blue. Not in gossip. Not in drama. But in honor, in remembrance, in connection. It might be a text from an old friend. A social media memory resurfacing. A name drop in a conversation you weren't even part of, yet somehow, the words will reach you. That is the signal. That moment of sudden name recognition, when the atmosphere shifts and something in your soul whispers, "Why now?" That's when Archangel Michael will whisper back. Because now is the moment heaven reopens what was once sealed. You may also feel a sudden pressure in your chest or warmth on your shoulders. Don't be afraid. That is angelic presence. Archangel Michael has been assigned to walk closely with you during this transition. He is commanding lower energies to flee as your destiny frequency rises. The signal may appear through repeating numbers, like 111, 444, or 911. It may come through a dream where someone calls your name in a glowing light. It may arrive as a bird, feather, or song lyric that reaches into your exact soul wound and says, "I see you. Keep going." You will not miss it, because your spirit is already tuned in. This signal is not just confirmation. It is activation. Heaven has spoken your name in the angelic council. You were not forgotten. You were being positioned. When this divine sign appears, pause and say, "I receive. I remember. I rise." Because that is your sacred agreement with the realms above. And Archangel Michael will take those words as permission to open what was previously withheld. And just when you think it's quiet again, you'll notice something powerful shift. A long-held burden suddenly lifts. An email, call, or offer appears from a place you gave up on. A person re-enters your life, not as a distraction, but as a divine helper. These are not coincidences. These are coded interventions. And Archangel Michael is behind every one. You've made it this far, and heaven will not leave you here. Now, as we move deeper, Michael is ready to reveal exactly what energy is leaving your life forever, the shadow force that tried to block your destiny, and how he's severing it now with divine fire. The Archangel now steps forward with divine urgency. His sword gleams, not just in light, but in justice. Because what he's about to cut away is something that has secretly poisoned your path for too long. Archangel Michael has identified a specific cord of darkness, an energy that latched onto you during a moment of weakness or heartbreak. This cord was not always visible. Sometimes, it showed up as doubt. Sometimes, as confusion. Sometimes, as repeated setbacks that made no earthly sense. You were not being punished. You were being targeted. A karmic weight, possibly from a generational line or a past soul contract, was embedded in your spiritual field. It whispered lies like, "You're always going to be stuck. Nothing ever works out for you. You missed your chance." But Archangel Michael has had enough. And today, that binding energy is being destroyed. Here's how you'll know it's being cut. You'll suddenly feel a wave of fatigue, as if something heavy is exiting your body, because it is. You may yawn, feel like crying, or need deep rest. Don't resist it. That's your nervous system recalibrating after spiritual warfare. Michael is purging the shadows that clung to your emotional body, those false voices of shame, failure, and fear. Most notably, he is severing the energetic influence of a person who once played a major role in your life. Someone whose words or neglect created a deep identity wound. They may still be alive, or they may be on the other side. But their energetic imprint has lingered like a spiritual parasite. And here is what Archangel Michael wants you to hear clearly. You are not who they said you were. You never were. Their words did not come from God. Their judgment did not define your worth. Their silence did not mean you were invisible to heaven. That karmic tie is being cut now. And with that cut, a new space is opening, an internal spiritual vacuum that must be filled. Michael will fill it with clarity, confidence, and calling. You'll start to feel strangely bold. As if a version of you that had been buried long ago is waking up. This is not imagination. This is the return of your spiritual authority. The version of you that commands rooms, attracts opportunities, and knows exactly what they carry inside. Midway through this transformation, you may notice people reacting strangely to you, pulling away or behaving oddly. This is because your vibration is no longer matching the old contracts. You're shifting frequencies, and not everyone can follow. That's okay. Archangel Michael will replace every false connection with divine appointments. And now, something even deeper is unfolding. Michael says that your name was found in a forbidden list, a spiritual trap written by those who fear your awakening. But he has seen it. He has burned it. And now he will tell you exactly what that list was, who wrote it, and how heaven reversed its effects. Right now, as you breathe in these words, you are not the same person who first clicked this video. Something has already begun shifting in your spirit. And that shift is not random. It was ordered. Archangel Michael didn't just appear beside you tonight to speak. He came to transform the very energy surrounding your soul. And the evidence is already unfolding inside you. Notice how your heart feels warmer, your mind quieter, your breath slower. That's not coincidence. That's divine realignment. When Michael stands beside you, he doesn't just protect you from outer threats. He clears your inner battlefield too. The anxiety, the guilt, the fear, the doubt. He slices through all of it like a flaming sword across your spiritual cage. Why? Because he's preparing you for something greater than survival. He's preparing you for your divine assignment. And that mission can only begin when the past releases its grip on your energy. Tonight, that release has begun. Yes, right now. The pain you've carried. The betrayal that made you close your heart. The toxic patterns you blamed yourself for. Archangel Michael is standing before all of them and saying, "This ends now." He's rewriting your atmosphere. He's whispering ancient divine commands into your reality. Commands that shift the entire timeline you've been stuck in. You may not see it fully yet. But make no mistake. Something inside you has already decided not to live in fear anymore. And that's the real beginning of your breakthrough. Because a true breakthrough doesn't start when things get better. It starts when your soul says, "I'm not going back." Listen closely. Michael is confirming that the loop you've been stuck in. That cycle of almost, but never quite. Of praying, but still being hurt. Of trusting, then being let down again. That cycle is being dismantled. He's sending a heavenly order to the realm that held you captive. An order that says, "Let this soul go. It no longer belongs to darkness." And in the divine realm, when Michael speaks, even the strongest chains obey. Now you may feel tired. You may still feel unsure. But hear this. Your tiredness is not weakness. It's the weight leaving your body. It's your soul recalibrating to higher frequencies. You're not collapsing. You're rising. And Archangel Michael is guiding your ascent. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you sense his presence again? He's still right there, not leaving your side. You are not walking through this transition alone. That pain that you thought no one saw, Michael saw it. That silent cry you released into your pillow, hoping maybe heaven would care. Heaven did. And tonight, heaven sent its mightiest warrior. Not just to comfort you, but to activate you. Because you have a mission. A sacred purpose. One the darkness tried desperately to hide from you. But no more. Michael is exposing it. And everything that isn't aligned with that purpose must leave your life. That's why you may feel some people distancing from you. Some plans falling apart. Some paths no longer making sense. It's all part of the divine realignment. Michael isn't just fixing what's broken. He's reconstructing your destiny from the inside out. You're being moved into a new realm. One where your energy is no longer drained by fear or false hope, but fueled by protection, purpose, and power. That's why you were guided here. That's why this message feels so unexplainably accurate. Because your soul remembers this frequency. The frequency of truth. This isn't just a YouTube video. This is a heavenly dispatch. A divine memo delivered directly to your energy field. And your soul opened it. Now, let me say something clearly. You may not feel ready. You may not feel strong enough to let go of what hurt you. You may even doubt if you deserve the kind of breakthrough I'm describing. But Michael says, I will not let your fear speak louder than your future. You've already made the choice. Just by being here. Your soul said yes to divine realignment. Now let the old fall away. Let Archangel Michael continue clearing the path. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to control what's next. Just say this softly. Right now. Michael, I surrender the struggle. I accept your divine alignment. Guide me. Feel the shift. Feel the energy rising. That's not imagination. That's real-time transformation. Your breakthrough is no longer coming. It's happening now. In this breath. In this moment. Archangel Michael is not leaving until it's done. And now. He has one more thing to show you. Something hidden in your past. That you must see. Before your full destiny can unfold. Right now, there's a gentle tremor in your soul. A knowing that everything is about to change. Archangel Michael places his hand on your heart and says, you are not waiting anymore. The shift has already begun. You may not have seen the signs with your physical eyes, but your spirit has known. You've felt the pull. You've seen repeating numbers. You've heard whispers in your dreams. You've sensed something sacred moving through your path even when everything looked still. That was not your imagination, it was divine confirmation. The battles you've endured? They were the fire meant to burn away what you no longer need. The tears you've cried? They were the river making space for divine nourishment. And the loneliness you've carried? That was the silence in which angels carved a new future for you. Now the air feels different. You might not be able to explain it to others, but you feel it, like a soft vibration in your chest, like a hidden whisper in the wind. That's Archangel Michael realigning your destiny. He's been beside you all this time, not just guarding you from harm, but also preparing your path. The time of waiting is done. The divine switch is not near. It is now. Take a deep breath. Exhale everything you've been holding. Now silently whisper within, I receive. A radiant doorway appears before your spiritual eyes. It glows with a golden white light that pulses gently, like a heartbeat from heaven itself. Archangel Michael gestures for you to step forward and says, this is the door your soul has prayed for. And it is now open. You don't need to knock. You don't need to beg. You only need to walk in with faith. Because the moment you choose to believe, heaven aligns with your earthly path. The walls that felt unbreakable will crumble. The obstacles that haunted your progress will dissolve. And what's behind this divine door? Clarity. Opportunities. Alignment. And above all, peace. The peace you've longed for isn't just emotional. It's spiritual peace. The kind that stills your thoughts and reminds you, I am finally safe. I am finally seen. I am finally held by something greater than myself. You will begin to see the right people enter your life. Random events will connect in miraculous ways. The timing of everything will suddenly feel orchestrated by something higher. Because it is. Archangel Michael is no longer whispering from afar, he is walking right beside you into this next chapter. He says, what was once blocked is now blessed. What was once delayed is now delivered. What was once confusing is now clarified. You didn't miss your moment. This is your moment. Pause now. In your own silent way, say, I walk through the door of breakthrough. Let it echo in your spirit. Because once we move forward, the divine shift becomes visible. As you take your first spiritual step through the divine doorway, Archangel Michael begins to reveal the signs. These are not random. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that the energy of breakthrough is already set in motion. Have you noticed certain numbers repeating, especially 1111, 444, or 1212? These are not just angel numbers. They are spiritual timestamps. Each one marks a moment when the divine is close and watching over your situation. You may suddenly feel waves of peace wash over you during chaotic moments. This is Archangel Michael surrounding you with his shield. Or perhaps, without reason, you feel a pull to clean your space, change your routine, or even disconnect from people who once felt familiar. These are signs of energetic realignment. When heaven moves, your environment shifts. Old emotional pain might surface, not to punish you, but to release you. Because your blessing cannot rest on a foundation still burdened by yesterday. The tears, the dreams, the moments of deep exhaustion, they're all part of your soul shedding the past so that the new can take root. You might start dreaming of light, of flying, of divine beings, or even hearing your name called when no one is around. Do not ignore this. This is the angelic realm confirming that your spiritual frequency has risen. Archangel Michael often shows his presence through flickering lights, unexplained warmth, feathers in strange places, or a sudden stillness in the air around you. And most of all, you'll feel it. A shift in your chest. A knowing. A calm resolve that says, something has changed, and I am not the same. These are your signs. Your confirmations. Your spiritual evidence. You're not waiting on a miracle anymore. You are living inside one. Archangel Michael now extends to you a sacred 7-day activation, one that anchors your breakthrough and shields it from spiritual interference. This is more than ritual. This is alignment with divine timing, and it must be followed with sacred intention. Day 1. Light a candle, white or blue. Speak aloud, Archangel Michael, I invite your sword of truth into my life. Cut away what no longer serves me. Then sit in silence and listen. Even 5 minutes of stillness is enough to shift your frequency. Day 2. Cleanse your physical space. As you clear clutter or sweep the floor, say, as I clear this space, I make room for divine blessings. Nothing blocking my peace shall remain. Every item you release allows grace to flow in. Day 3. Write a letter to your past self and burn it. Release guilt. Release regret. Archangel Michael says, you are not your mistakes. You are your resurrection. Let the smoke carry your old burdens to heaven. Day 4. Give something to someone without expecting anything in return. Time, kindness, a meal, anything. This creates karmic momentum. Your giving becomes a bridge for your own blessing to return multiplied. Day 5. Spend time in nature. Whether you walk barefoot on the earth or place your hand on a tree, whisper, I root myself in divine truth. I trust the timing of my journey. Watch how quickly your inner anxiety dissolves. Day 6. Pray out loud before bed. Don't use scripted words. Speak from your soul. Say the things you've held in your heart. Heaven responds when you speak with raw truth. Archangel Michael's presence will be especially close on this night. Day 7. Write down everything you desire. Say, I now claim what has always been mine in spirit. I am ready. You've walked through fire with your spirit intact. You've survived not only the enemy's curses, but also your own doubts, regrets, and pain. Now, Archangel Michael declares, it is finished. The old cycle has collapsed. What once held you back is now powerless against you. From this moment forward, your name shall be whispered in heaven not as a plea for rescue, but as a celebration of return. The divine now recognizes you as an awakened soul, aligned with your calling and divinely protected under the banner of truth. Let this be the decree that seals your new timeline. By the authority of divine light, I reclaim all my stolen blessings. By the sword of Archangel Michael, I cut every cord still binding me to fear, shame, or delay. I am no longer the one who waits. I am the one who walks through the open gate. From this moment on, I move with divine clarity, protected by heaven, and aligned with sacred purpose. Let it be so. It is done. Pause. Let these words sink in. You may feel chills, pressure in your chest, or even tears forming. This is your soul confirming the truth. In the realms above, a scroll has been opened, and your name is now written on it not in pleading, but in power. You are a child of promise. You are guarded by angels. And Archangel Michael walks beside you, sword drawn, until every promise over your life is fulfilled. If these words stirred something deep in your soul, it wasn't by chance. Archangel Michael led you here because you were meant to receive this message, this awakening, and this protection. So if you felt even a flicker of truth, if your heart knows something just shifted, then don't let this divine connection break. Sparkle subscribe now so you never miss another sacred transmission meant for you. Your journey is only beginning. And the next message may be the one that changes everything. Folded hands, and if you feel called to say thank you. If this message helped you heal, brought you hope, or reminded you that you are never alone, then please consider tapping the super thanks below. Even the smallest offering sends a loud message into the heavens. I receive. I am ready. I believe. Your support fuels this mission. And together, we spread light to souls still in the dark. You are chosen. You are protected. You are never forgotten.